What is going on, brothers and sisters? Eric Rosen here, your internal strength coach, here to show you how to overcome your greatest challenges so you can shine your brightest light. It is Friday. Happy Friday, December 21st, 2018. Also, happy winter solstice day. Believe it's the darkest day of the year, right? Yeah, it's going to be the longest night of the year. This is that point um, coming up here with the next few days where the sun just sits in this position in the northern hemisphere where it just kind of seems like it's not really moving, and moving is in moving across the sun's ecliptic. That's too much to get into today, but nonetheless, some short days, but they're going to start getting longer here. I believe the 23rd or 24th, I want to say. So continuing on with the 14-day health and fitness um, talks that I'm giving here. Today we're going to talk about one that really hit home with me. Just hit me as I was doing my routine in the kitchen, making my breakfast and that. Um, we can sit here and talk all day long about, you know, what you need to do to be healthy, what you need to be eating, the exercise that you need to do. But at the very end of the day, true health is simply one thing: it's happiness. It's being in that high vibrational state. See, I noticed this when I was in a good mood this morning in the kitchen, doing my thing, where, you know, just being real, like as someone who, you know, has always cared about, how his body looks, how his body's feeling. I'll check in and see how my body is doing. How's my posture? How's my body feeling? Is anything aching? How's my stomach feeling? Do I feel hydrated enough? All that stuff. And it comes as no surprise that when I feel the best, regardless of what I do, like I did not eat good food for dinner last night, I'll just tell you, but yet I was in a happy vibrational state this morning and my body felt great. So, true health essentially is just happiness. And, it's not just sitting around too, I think, just like being like, I'm happy, like everything's right as rain. I don't have a care in the world. The image that came to me was actually, um, having this warrior like mentality, but with a sense of humor. So, meaning you still like have a sense of purpose, you're still achieving things, but you're doing it with a sense of joy. You're striving to do great things, but you're doing it with a light heart. Because the thing is that people that set out to achieve things with a heavy heart, once they get the accolades, they meet their goal, they don't feel successful, because success, I would define it as happiness. They get to the end of the road and then they realize these external manifestations didn't make them happy. It's the feeling of the external manifestations, the feeling, the how you did it, how you got there, that vibration that you did it with. That's what matters. This is why you hear stories about very wealthy people like committing suicide, because they don't they lose hope. They don't get it that the way that they went about it was never going to really like make them happy. That it was about how they got to where they were at, not where they got to. So, tapping into what your heart truly wants is going to reveal to you what that feeling is that you would get that will make you happy. Okay, so it's not that you have to set out and try a bunch of different things necessarily. That it's just everything's always trial and error. There's going to be times where, like lately, like what I've had, where I'm crystal clear on what I feel my purpose is, on what my heart wants, and going for that gives a glimpse into the future of how I will feel if I do take a certain road towards a certain goal and with a certain energy, with a vibration. that's going to result in happiness, despite the fact that it's going to be a challenge, despite the fact that it's going to be hard, that there's going to be challenges, that there's going to be times where things seem very challenged and bleak, and yet still continuing to move forward with, maintaining this vibration of knowing that I'm doing something with a light heart, but as a warrior, on his mission. So, you know, allow your heart to dream, allow it to dream without the precepts of everything that you've learned that tells you what you should or should not be doing, the responsibilities that you've even created for yourself. Yes, I said it, created for yourself. Like, we create the responsibility, we impose it on us of needing to make a certain salary, to buy a certain amount of stuff, to be able to afford a certain type of mortgage on a home, to be able to drive a new car. We choose to have children, we choose to have dependents, all these things. This is what I mean by, not letting society dictate like what happiness is. Some people should not have kids. Like, that's just not in their, in part of their purpose, that they're meant to go do certain things that um, doesn't require them having dependence, you know. Um, so, just what other responsibilities, needing to feel like, you have to drink when you go to socialize, paying premium for drinks at bars, or going to events that everyone else is like doing for entertainment, but it's not really aligning with like any value that you get out of it. Maybe it's like a sporting event, you go because that's what everyone's into, your friends go and it's fun, but secretly there's something more that you want to experience that's more in alignment with your heart. So you want to be truly healthy. If you want to be truly healthy, go for what you're being called to do. Do something that's even bigger than yourself. Not what you rationalize for what society tells you to do, or what your thinking mind rationalizes, tells you to do, right? Um, I mean, if you can see that it totally fills you up to like help people as much as you possibly can, and it fills you up so much that you know you don't want to make time for the gym or meal prep, and you want to eat fast food here and there throughout the week, guess what? You might sincerely be more healthy because you're happier, because you're doing what's in alignment for you, and that's helping people, than being like, well, I got to do my meal prep, I got to make it to the gym, like imposing all these like responsibilities, like these, you know, see, the warrior has responsibilities, he has tasks that he has to do, he has to hold himself accountable, but it's things that are in alignment with what your heart wants, not what you think that you have to do, that may even be going against what internally that you really want to do. So, maybe it's taking a job making less money so that you can, pursue a passion. Maybe you downgrade a job, downgrade a home, a car, like whatever, just so you can have that freedom to pursue this passion, instead of feeling like, you know, you're somehow not the person that is accomplished, like being worried about how people perceive you in terms of success. Like, success, god dang, it's not it's not it's not the money, the car you drive, like having the perfect body, having the life of luxury, the perfect partner. That's all external constructs that have no meaning until you attach a meaning to it. And you can attach the meaning of the neediness, like, I need this to make me happy, oh, if I get this then I'll be happy. Or you can attach the meaning, a power positive meaning of, these are the rewards that I get for doing what I meant to do in this life, such as getting the money, but reinvesting that money into whatever pursuits that you're going into, like continuing to use it to grow and make an impact, however that looks. Or, you're rewarded with finding the right partner, or, having, nicer stuff, because that allows you those support systems, those things that you have in your life to continue to build on this high vibration and build on this impact. Having the perfect body, the perfect body, your perfect body is going to come from you being the happiest that you can be by being in alignment with what you're meant to do, not the perfect body that you see on Instagram. Your perfect body is going to look totally different from what you see thrown in your face all the time. I almost guarantee it. I mean, having a chiseled body and big muscles, or whatever. I mean, that stuff is great. Like, it is awesome. But you know, I know some people that they're but that's part of, I think, their mission. Like, that's in alignment for them. That makes them happy. Being in the gym all the time, and that's fine. But speaking, to the people that feel like they have to do it, you don't have to do it. That doesn't mean that that's your perfect body. So, you want to be happy, listen to what your soul's telling you. You want to be sick, deny your soul the nourishment that, if you would give it that nourishment, would light you up like the fucking New Year's ball drop in Times Square. I think it lights up. I don't know. There's a lot of confetti and stuff. It's pretty colorful, but that colorful, that excitement, that lighting you up. Just go ahead and deny yourself that. This is what people on their deathbeds realize, the things that they denied themselves because they felt that they had to do something. So, and some of you guys, like, don't even know that you're sick. You don't even realize you're on unhappiness. Like, you may feel like, you may realize that you're not as happy as you can be, but you don't realize, like, the sickness in the body that's translating to, because you label it under the guise of aging, of getting old. Explain to me how you can see people that are, like, in their 60s and 70s, like, I don't know, fucking salsa ballroom dancing or some shit. Like, genetics, no, sorry, that's already been proven. If you want to get into the science of it, that epigenetics, the environmental influence on your development, is like 90% of what matters. Like, genetics is like 10% of it. So, that's another thing. Don't use genetics and upbringing as, like, excuses to say why you can't do whatever it is that your soul is pulling you towards, because that's just a story you're telling yourself. So, I did draw a card. Here it is. I did draw a card on this too. I actually got the Ten of Swords upright. Very painful card. So, based on this talk, I mean, this card's all about painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal of yourself in this sense, loss, crisis. This is what happens if you deny your soul that nourishment and you get sick. Life ends painfully, your dreams die painfully. You have these deep wounds of the self-betrayal of not going for what you were being shown to do, and it feels like a loss, and it is the ultimate life crisis. So, if you're chronically sick, or you are sick, your inner world is in crisis, because this is what we're talking about, is like, being healthy is being happy, and happiness is an internal state. It's 100% internally manifested. Remember, it's not the external stuff that you do, getting the money, getting the right partner. It's not those things to fill you up. It's filling yourself up. And because happiness comes from this internal state, it's just a reminder that your mind has the ability to heal yourself. Because this is where we perceive everything, and happiness is a perception. So that's great that you can use your mind as your greatest asset. Let the heart show you, and then allow your mind to perceive. Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. A little bit open ended, but man, I really enjoyed giving this little spiel today. It got me fired up. See, sometimes when I come here with certain topics, it's like, oh, this is good. Yeah, I should talk about this. I should definitely talk about this. And then there's some stuff that it's just like, boom, I love this. I love talking about this. And, that's going to be part of my intentions. What I declare for 2019 is having this happen every time I speak, every time I get on video. All right, you guys take care.